Cece, does Tom Brady have a legitimate gripe? Or let me ask it this way. How does it benefit him to talk about the referees after the game? What does that do?
It's totally different. It's not going to benefit him any. But I'm totally shocked because, for one, just to give a little insight, around the NFL, every team gets a scouting report of the referees. The left back judge, he calls this.
Before the game?
Yes, you get his name, you get his profession, where he lives, you get little details, just so in case you have an encounter with them, you can make it more personal. And, I mean, they're the league officials. Like, you should know them. But there's a scouting report because they do a game as a group. So they get rated. We get the reports. The reports are dispersed all around the league, so this is not something new. The surprising thing was New England, they normally don't give you any information to help you as far as when they do interviews. So Tom Brady, remember Belichick when they lost to Kansas City? What did he say? We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. No team is better at that.
You're talking about when they lost to Kansas City a few years ago.
Yes.
The year they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yep.
So Tom Brady, they lose on Sunday. They play a Thursday game. He goes on his normal appearance on Monday. He's not moved on to Tampa Bay. He's still talking about Sunday. And the truth of it is, Tom, you guys get called for a lot of pass interference. Yes, that crew does call more things on you if you know that going into the game. But the way they run their offense, all right, there's two things. They have a lot of small receivers. So why do they get called for pass interference a lot? The number one reason is they set a lot of picks, all right? They know these guys can't get off based on their athletic ability, so they've devised a system that they can run a lot of picks. So out of the last 5 out of the last 6 years, they're in the top half of the NFL as far as pass interference. So he shouldn't be surprised by that. And Gronk is not a really skillful, great player. He is a physical talent who has great hands. Now, he has a mismatch against linebackers and against safeties, and he's playing against one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Gronk has been running over people his whole career. I mean, Gronk is not nifty in and out of his breaks. No. I mean, he don't have no fancy footwork. Now, but he can run. He's got good straight line speed. He's a massive target, and he's got amazing hands. So getting Gronk called for a bunch of pass interference, he shouldn't be surprised by that. I'm totally shocked that Tom gave us insight into they're still thinking about that loss at home and blaming it on the referees compared to we didn't play that good. By the way, Tom, too, your defense didn't cover them twice and gave them 14 points.
But other than that,
I don't think that's the ref's fault there.
Here's what I would say to Tom Brady or any Patriot fans complaining about the refs. Well. Nobody wants to hear this from y'all.
No.
Have some self-awareness, Brady. Nobody wants to hear the Tuck Rule Patriots, the Julian Edelman catch in the Super Bowl Patriots, the Patriots who we watched a couple weeks ago against New Orleans. Tom Brady throws a terrible pick and immediately demands the refs. Now, he was right on this, but the refs hadn't thrown a flag for 12 men on the field. Brady was like, you guys know me. I'm Tom Brady. Would I ever throw that pick if there weren't 12 men on the field? Throw your flag. Refs were like, it's probably a good point. Throw the flag. Tom Brady, who in the same game throws a touchdown pass on a pick play. The refs flag it. Tom Brady goes over to their huddle like he's the seventh official. Like, guys, what we did was legal. You know how it's legal?
Here,
because I'm Tom Brady, and I need you to pick up that flag. And they said, okay, we'll pick up flag. Tom Brady, who unlike any other quarterback, more so than any other quarterback in the league, can hood with his head, induce offsides, and know it's fine because it's Tom Brady. And the Patriots, who going into this game had been called for 20 penalties while their opponents had been called for 30 penalties. Give me a break, Brady.
But you see the irony here? We just kill the Patriots because of how little they give us, right? Belichick says nothing, and Brady says nothing, and the organization says nothing, and they're moving on, they're moving on, they're moving on. No, who?
Yeah, no, that's a straw man.
I love it. No. I'm just saying, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great that he did this. I think any insight into what they do, good or bad or complaining or anything, is great. It's a conversation piece. We get to see that they're human. They're not really.
Whining.
Okay, maybe, yeah, it is whining.
No,
it is
no,
whining.
no,
But
no.
we have a
Tom
little
Brady.
insight
Tom
into
Brady.
the fact that they don't
will
always look ahead.
Whine not only after the game, he whines during the game.
I agree with you.
But Jenna, the problem is this is not what they do. Now, say for instance, if they were 4-0 and they got called for a pass interference, they wouldn't be talking about this. They'd be like, oh, we're on. You can't even ask them a question about last week's game.
CC, you know why Tom Brady's talking about this? Because he can't talk about the real problems, which is the defense. If the offense was struggling, you could talk about it, because that's on him. When Brady's got a 10 touchdown, 0 interception, TD interception ratio, it ain't on him. It's on the defense. And you pointed out something amazing yesterday. One of those free plays, essentially, the Panthers had with a free touchdown, that Stephon Gilmore blew this coverage in 2 spots. Can you explain it? Because I don't think people notice this. This is one of the reasons they lost the game.
Well, Stephon Gilmore was supposed to go with him in motion, with the motion guy, all right? They put McCaffrey on the outside. He's the number 1. Devin McCourty, he's a veteran. He's already all-pro. He knows the Patriot system. He is the signal caller. Gilmore screws him up because he doesn't go in motion. So McCourty goes in motion with him, and then Gilmore follows him. So which leaves 2 guys open, and they happen to be calling the perfect play against a blown coverage, a screen pass right back in that area. So that's not the ref's fault, Tom Brady. That's your guys right there.
So in that spot, when 2 guys are open, Dixon and the guy who caught it, Fozzie Whitaker, Stephon Gilmore basically blew 2 guys' assignments in the same play.
Well, the miscommunication, Devin McCourty tried to cover up for him, which in turn, if Devin McCourty had gone in motion and Stephon Gilmore had just faded back and played the third, he still would have been there. They would have had an extra defender over there. But the confusion made him panic. So Stephon Gilmore, this huge contract that they signed him for, coming over from Buffalo, he's not paying dividends for him. So they got bigger problems than worrying about pass interference in New England.
And it's another thing Brady can't say on the radio. Listen, our problems are we signed Stephon Gilmore. He hasn't played well. We traded a draft pick away for Coney Ealy. We cut him, and he had a sack or he had an interception for the Jets this week. Chandler Jones has been pretty damn good. We got rid of him. Like, can't say those things.
No.
Said he's blaming Jerome Boger. What'd Jerome Boger ever do to you, Brady? Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from some of our other great shows on FS1.